Hey everybody, I wanted to make a quick video. Um, it's not going to be the best video in the world. I'm sitting on the bed. Um, got my phone held up with a tissue box. So um, I've been debating on even making a video. Um, I'm glad of the subscribers that I do have, but I'm not like these big channels. I don't have the money to do editing and stuff like that, so what you see is what you get. But me and my wife lost somebody dear to us from suicide. And I know they're probably going to take in and demonetize this, and I really don't care about that. Um, our daughter committed suicide. Um, sorry. Uh, about maybe a month and a half ago now, uh, I was young and dumb. It wasn't from bullying or anything like that. Um, and to be honest, we'll probably never know why she done what she done. Um, like I said, I was young and dumb. Um, I had sex with a beautiful girl back when I was a teenager, and um, my baby girl was the outcome of that. Um, anyway, getting past that, somebody tagged me in a thing about this 10-year-old or 12-year-old boy committing suicide because of bullying. And a lot of from kids at school. But what a lot of parents don't understand is it's not just from school. A lot of kids get bullied by their brothers and sisters. This is the video that I'm going to make. What happened to me? So maybe parents can see the signs, excuse me, and take action before it's too late. I don't want no parent to go through what I have. Um, this is not a pity party. Poor me. Anything like that. Uh, we're going through some things besides this, besides her taking her own life. We've lost our home from a hurricane. We're still in a motel. Um, I've lost my job. Um, just one thing after another. Life. Life. So here we go. My story. At the age of 5 or 6 years old, I was diagnosed with ADHD, um, hyper uh, detention deficit disorder, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't be still. Um, I was falling behind in reading and writing and stuff like that. Really good at math, really good at computers, just not reading and writing. And to this day, I still have a problem with reading and writing. Yes, I can read. Yes, I can write, but I still have to, on some of the simplest things, I have to ask my wonderful wife, hey, how do you spell and? And I'm dyslexic. That don't help. Anyway, at the age of, good Lord, somebody just walked by. Sound like Bigfoot going by. That's why I stopped. But anyway, at the age of 5 or 6, I got diagnosed with um, being ADHD, and then years later, dyslexic. Back then, back in the 80s, the beginning of the 90s, not really a lot of knowledge with ADHD and dyslexic or dyslexia. So, anyway, I had two sisters. I'm the baby. My older sister, and I'm not going to say names or nothing like that, but my older sister, which I have nothing to do, and you'll see why. My middle sister passed away when she was 6. I was a year old. So that was big for my mama and daddy, and I understand why now. Back then, I didn't have a clue. Growing up, I know we went to her grave. Mama and daddy would cry, but I didn't understand, you know. So, but anyway, the doctors put me on medications to help me calm down, help me stop falling phone, to help me calm down, try to focus. So anyway, that's the business going to get y'all. So anyway, I want to say it was 5 or 10 milligrams of Ritalin. People, don't put your child on Ritalin, please. Don't. Um, my older sister did not like me at all. Matter of fact, now that I'm grown, I'm in my 40s. Come to find out, she hated my guts and still does. She cannot stand me. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to her when I was just a baby. But anyway, um, yeah. So, um, my mama owned a daycare center. So when me and my sister would get home from school, she would have to watch me. Well, she didn't really watch me. She would lock me outside in 110-degree heat in the summer. Um, I'd be banging on the door, um, and right before I would pass out from heat, she would open the door, bring me inside, and then she would commence of whooping my butt. And when I say whooping my butt, not with a belt, slapping me in the face, calling me stupid, laughing at me, um, just anything and everything. Pulling me by my ears, um, grabbing my testicles and squeezing to the point of I would almost throw up. When Mama got home, I would take and tell her, Mama, Sissy done this to me. Well, Sissy would tell Mama, no, Mama, I didn't do that. He done this to me. He done that to me. Look, I got a bruise right here. Look what he done. Well, what would happen? Well, little old me would get it again. Mama would take sister side, and I would get a hellacious whipping, either with a king switch, a belt, or an old broken yellow ruler that was about that wide, and about that thick. Um, Mama would commence to beating my butt. Um, I would way rather have the belt or the ruler. So when I knew the days that I was going to get my butt whooped again by my mama, because she would take my sister's side every time, uh, I would physically go get a belt and that ruler. I did not want the king switch. The king switch would make you bleed on your legs. You would bleed. Or Mama didn't know how to stop. When she got started, she didn't know how to stop, and I would end up bleeding from my butt to my legs. On those days, I didn't get to go to school. Mama would get me out. Mama would sit there and look at me and say, you know what? I'm not going to jail for something that you did. You know how to behave. So, Daddy was working. He worked. He would get up at 3:30 and he'd be gone by 4, driving a truck. He didn't get home until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. By that time, Mama would have me in the bed by 5:36 before the sun went down. I was in the bed. I had took a bath, ate, was in the bed. Um, by that time, things had gotten worse with my sister. Um, oh my God, I don't know where to start. Honestly, I don't know. Um, let's see. Um, she OD'd me one time on Ritalin. Um, she called Mama at the daycare center and told her, "Look, he won't be still. He's doing this. He's doing that. Well, give him a Ritalin." I took it 3 times a day: morning, noon, and in the afternoon. Morning, breakfast, lunch, and around about 2 o'clock when we started to get out from school, I'd take another one so it would work when I got home. Well, she gave me one. 30 minutes later, she called Mama. Mama, give me another one. Another one. Well, she didn't call Mama no more. She ended up giving me 9 Ritalin. 9. 5 to 10 milligram Ritalin. Let me tell you, I was like a zombie. I barely could keep my eyes open, but I couldn't go to sleep because I heard singing. Sounded like somebody was singing in my head. And I would tell Mama, Mama, I can't go to sleep. People are singing in my ears. I was hungry but couldn't eat. Tired but just could not rest. I would just sit there like this, looking into abyss. Well, um, my sister come clean and told her, "Yeah, I think he had around about 9 of them, Mom, or Mama. Don't you know you could have killed him? Sorry." Well, that was it. My sister got whatever she wanted from Mama. Uh, and I'll tell you why in another video. This may be a two-part video. I'll tell you why my mother was the way that she was. Um, she was she was big on discipline, and I'm not get. You're going to 1, 2, 3. No, 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 no. It was one, and I'll beat your. Come here, boy. That's the kind of person my mama was, and I love my mama. I'm not going to sit here and try to make her look like a demon. She wasn't there. She didn't know what was going on. She was going off of what my evil sister was telling her, and she believed her over me, plain and simple. So anyway, uh, my sister got a boyfriend, and one day she decided to lose her virginity to this boy. So she had 2 friends down the street to come over and watch me while they went in the bedroom and had sex. Well, all I knew was they were strange, loud. My sister was screaming. I heard grunting and moaning, and I didn't know what was going on. Hell, I was 8 years old. I didn't know, So I would get to crying, go on the door, and knock on it. Well, she'd come out, take me in my bedroom, and beat the living daylights out of me. She actually made a scar that I still have. That is from a screwdriver that she got mad and went bam, knocked me out. I woke up, I had blood coming down my face. Uh, so what did she tell my mama? He was running and hit that nail in the wall over there, and pop, there it is. Oh, okay. So what happened to Kevin? Kevin got his ass beat. I'm sorry for my language. I'm trying to keep it PG. Um, Kevin got his butt whooped. Um, my sister went outside. My daddy had he collected old Coca Cola, Pepsi, 7 Up bottles. They had pictures drawn on them of a man that was making moonshine and another man shot and went through his beard, a woman playing tennis. Well, my sister went out there and busted those bottles. told my daddy it was wah. And I love my daddy. My daddy's still alive. I love him. Well, daddy rarely gave me a whooping, but he whooped my butt with a belt that day. I got it really good. So one day, her boyfriend was at the house when he wasn't supposed to be. She told me to climb up on the kitchen counter to get to the top of the refrigerator. There was two cabinets. They opened up like that. She needed me to get something, so I was on my tiptoes, 8 years old, trying to reach. Well, she sneaks up behind me and takes her hand and goes whoop and knocks me down off of this cabinet. I hit the floor. I'm knocked out, not breathing. Um, if it wasn't for her boyfriend, I would have died that day. He come over and, hey, Kevin, 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 Kevin. And I remember kind of coming to and him sitting there going, hey, you almost killed him. Get over here. He's not doing good. I remember hearing my sister laugh and sitting there and go, and I quote, let the little bastard die. Who gives a fuck? Yes, my own precious sister. So, uh, if it wasn't for him, like I said that day, I would have, oh, there we go, that's better. I would have died if it wasn't for him. So, uh, she took they come out with video cameras that you could rent to own from rental companies, and my mom and daddy had to have one. It was the big thing. It was the honker. I'm talking about this thing was huge. You put it on your shoulder, it had a little thing stuck way out there. I mean, this thing was huge. It done VHS tapes. Was not digital. So my sister puts it up on the kitchen counter. She puts the cover over the lens like that. So all you can hear is, but Kevin, come here. Don't do that. That's all you can hear. You can hear me fighting back. She was beating me, but she was going, but no, ow, ow, stop hitting me. Don't do that. Ow. Yeah. When I started to fight back, she took the lens cover off, and there it was. I was 8 years old swinging on my sister. Or she would press pause and then commence to, come here. And I would back up in a corner, squat down, cover up the best that I could because I knew what was coming. I knew she was really pissed in. She was really fishing to whoop my ass. And she would. I would be bleeding. She's broke my nose. Mom had to take me to the hospital and then took and told them that I was playing. I run into a post and pop. The doctors would look at me and sit there and go, hey, is that true? With my mama sitting right there. Like I'm going to sit there and go, no, that's not true. No. Come on, people. I got to go home with this person. You think I'm going to sit there and go, yeah, that was a lie. My mama's lying. Hell no, I knew what would happen. So it wasn't like it is today where they would separate people and have a conversation. So this went on for years. My sister wanted to be she hung me. I'm sorry. I forgot to tell y'all about that. Yeah, she literally tried to hang me. She took her belt and put it around my neck and put it over the door and shut it. Luckily, when she shut the door behind her, the belt slipped through and I fell down. It's the only thing that saved me that day, or I would have been dead. And she probably would have sat there and said that I killed my own self. I know this is hard to believe, but I'll put my hand on the Bible. I'll take a polygraph test. I don't care to prove I'm telling the truth, which I don't have to because the truth come out. 30 something years later, right before my mama passed away, my mama asked her, "Baby, tell mama the truth. Did you do all the things that your brother said you did to him?" And I quote, "Hell yeah, I did." Mama looks at her and says, "Get out and don't come back. I don't ever want to see you. You made me beat my baby after you almost killed him every time." Well, nobody made my mama whip me. That was her choice. Being a parent now, I can see why she would choose. You know, I love my mama. I miss my mama every day. I wish to God she was here right now. There's so much I want to talk to her about that I can't. She knows how it is to lose a child. Anyway, she calls me in her room one day. I'm grown, married, and yes, I lived with my mama and daddy because I helped take care of my mama because she was bedridden and she was terminally ill. And I made her a promise that I would be there to the bitter end. I kept my word. I could die and meet my maker and say, I kept my word. Anyway, she calls me in her room and she looks at me and says, "Come here, baby, sit down." I go and sit down. She looks at me and she says, "Baby, please forgive mama." Please forgive mama all those years ago. I did not know. I did not think she was capable. I did not know she could lie and make it believable. Please. You still love mama, right? Yes, mama. There's nothing to forgive. I don't want you to worry about it because I knew my mama's life was coming to an end. We just didn't know how long she had. I'm alive. I'm okay. No, no, please, please. Come lay in the bed with me. My mom and daddy had a king size bed, so I crawled into bed. A 30-year-old man. I crawled into bed with my mama, and we made peace with the past. And that's where it stays. I don't dwell on it, and I hope and pray that she knows that I don't hold it against her and that I did forgive her when she was whipping my behind, either with a belt, her hand, a switch, whatever. I hope she's in heaven and she can hear me and knows from the bottom of my heart, the minute she quit, I forgave her because she did not know. She trusted. She trusted her flesh and blood, her eldest. She didn't think she was evil. Why would she? I mean, why would she? My sister is such a good liar. She can lie to anybody and make you believe it like that. To this day, she can sit there and tell you your head's cut off. You just don't know it yet, and you'll be sitting there going, "Oh shit, where is it fixing to fall off?" She is that good of a liar. She beat her own children and they was beat so bad by her second husband and by her so badly that defects come in and took them. The court took my niece and my nephew away from her and from her husband. Not her first husband, my niece and nephew. The court gave custody to their dad. This is their stepdad. They beat these children so bad, the court system come in and took them. My sister had opportunities. Yep, she got whatever she wanted. She got $1,500 dresses, and that was a lot of money back in the 80s and 90s. Let me tell you, to go to prom and senior prom and stuff like that, or whatever, go to dances, custom made dresses, $1,500 to $2,000 to $3,000. Kevin had to work his butt off to get what he wanted. My sister wanted to go into the military. She could have done it. Nobody told her to start having babies, to start sleeping with every dude that come along. Nobody told her to do that. Well, I went into the military. I served my country. My sister wanted to be in law enforcement. She wanted to be a police officer. She could have done that. She did for a little while, I'll admit. She was a 911 dispatcher before they had 911. When you would call one number and it'd ask you, do you need the police department? Let me give you the number to the hospital if you need an ambulance, or do you need the sheriff's department? I'll give you the number for that. Or if you need fire department, I'll give you the number for that. It was way before 911. I remember when they said 911 is coming to our town, they hadn't even hooked up the 911 number yet. And Mama would sit there and tell me, "Hey, go try 911. See if it's hooked up yet. See if anybody picks up." It was that big of a deal. So that it was way before then. She worked with the city police department as a dispatcher. Well, I got into law enforcement. Uh, I was a police. Well, I started out as a state trooper, Georgia state trooper. Then I started out um, with. Well, I'll take the. Let me take that back. I started out in the jail, and then I got put on the road. Well, I wanted something else, so I went to and applied for and got into the Georgia State Patrol Academy in Forsyth, Georgia. Uh, went through that program. I got posted in North Georgia. Didn't like it. Wanted to come back down south. Uh, it was going to be a few years, so went to work with a another agency in a different county with their sheriff's department. Then I left there a few years later. Went to work with a police department. And that's where I was working at when I finally sit there and said, you know what, I've had enough of law enforcement. I'm out. Uh, but I'm telling y'all all of this because bullying is real against siblings. My sister was the biggest bully to me. I couldn't wait to go to school. I was in special ed. I got made fun of. I got called retard, stupid, everything up under the book. But I loved it simply because I was away and I knew I wouldn't get hurt. It's just not bullying at school, it's bullying at home with siblings. And there are signs that you can tell. Believe your children. When your children sits there and says, hey, my brother or sister's bullying me, beating me up, it is amazing. God had his hand on me. I mean, she literally tried to kill me more than once. I didn't even tell you about the time she grabbed the 22 pistol that my daddy had, and right when I turned to go in my bedroom, she shot. Bam! It hit the door frame. Luckily, it didn't hit my head. I ducked. I could go on. This video could take literally 20 to 30 days to make. But I'm not. Please, if you think something's wrong, separate them. Separate the brother or sister, or the sisters or the brothers. Find out what's going on. Find out. And then resolve it. Not just bullying in school is killing our children. Bullying between siblings and cousins is real too. Y'all please keep us in your prayers. We're going through a difficult time right now. I hope this video helped. There's going to be a second part to this. I don't know when I'll get it, but I'll get it to y'all. So, sorry about the lighting. We're in a motel still. We still don't have a home. The hurricane took it. FEMA still. I'm not worried about FEMA no more. They can kind of kiss where I can't. I'm over it. So, but anyway, y'all be careful. Y'all be safe. Please keep us in your prayers. Things has got to get better for me and my family. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and upload this. I hope this helps. If your children come to you and sit there and say, my brother or my sister's beating me up, believe them. Look into it. Believe them. Don't just believe one. Don't just listen to one. Listen to both. But separate them. Get to the bottom of the truth. It'll surprise you. We love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there.